On today's episode of I Can't Believe It's Not Hentai, we have Bastard. I had high hopes for the show after watching the trailers because the animation was looking sensational, and people kept saying how hyped they were that this classic manga finally got a remake. But sadly, I don't think those fellas took the nostalgia goggles off because this show was ass. Literally. The tone and plot points were so wishy-washy throughout all 13 episodes, but only one thing stayed true to me during this whole ordeal. That ass! If there's one thing that can never let me down in this life, it's ass. And Bastard seems to be fully aware of that. However, the glutes and bangalangs are 100% the best part of the show, so I couldn't help but think, why they ain't just make this a hentai, my boy? I mean, it's literally a tiptoe away from it, dude. This man is literally getting sucked off in front of the enemy. You know what, though? Maybe I'm just being too critical. Let's take a look back on the show before I start hating this shit. The story starts us off in the middle of a battle in the kingdom of 𝑯𝑬𝑵𝑚𝑨𝑰. Enemy goblins and mages are beating the fuck out of the knights like they little cousins or something. The fight is not fair at all. Bros are getting worked. For whatever reason, all the nation's best warriors and priests are absent from the kingdom, so they don't stand a chance at survival. The remaining servants in the castle are stressed out trying to find a way to protect their beautiful princess, Sheila. Yeah. They tell the princess that the invaders are from the Dark Rebel Army, disciples of the late Dark Schneider, who was known as the greatest wizard to ever live, until he stopped living 15 years ago. We then cut to this crybaby ass kid, Lucian. While he is rightfully scared, his big sister figure, Yoko, comes over to calm him down. And just by the way, these two are the same age. Yeah. All hope is running out as the invaders are getting closer and closer to the princess's chamber. But lucky for everyone here, Yoko is the daughter of the king's great priest, and she might just have an ace up her sleeve. Turns out that Dark Schneider's been sealed away within Lucian's body for the past 15 years, and Yoko knows a spell to release his power if necessary. Unfortunately for her though, she had to remain a virgin to use his spell, and she'd rather not use said spell anyway due to its other requirements. The invading army reaches the final gate and the princess decides to approach Yoko. She basically says, look nigga, your daddy told me about that spell you got. I'm gonna need you to get active expeditiously. Yoko is still too embarrassed to go through with this plan, but it's time to make a decision because the goons done pulled up. They start wiping out everyone in the room, and even Lucian gets slimed out while trying to save Yoko. So she finally makes the choice. It's time to activate the spell, and to do so, she needs to kiss Lucian. She provides Brody with lip service, and before long, the transformation has begun. We are then greeted by our MC. The ancient wizard Dark Schneider has arrived. Bro spawned with the meat out. The rebel army thinks bro is pussy, so they sent two giants, but my man said fuck out my face with all that. Dark Schneider's current form is a mixture between Lucian and the ancient wizard. So while he retains all his ability from being the world's most powerful wizard, he also retains the memories of growing up with Yoko. All the priests are trying to command Dark Schneider to save them, but bro is not going for it. He decides he'll save only Yoko at first, but due to still having his memories of being Lucian, he folds immediately when Yoko tells him to save everyone. The boss call has been made, and now it's time for Twin to get busy. The whole room of rebel army invaders gets mollywopped and slapped out with zero effort. After getting the ace, my guy just dips, and when Yoko finally catches up to him, he tells her he's about to take over the world again. She tries to tell him that these evil deeds are no good, but his riz is just too powerful. She doesn't even want to go against him like that anymore, but Dark Schneider wasn't thinking at all, and accidentally reactivated the seal when he kissed Yoko again, and thus, more shenanigans ensue. Alright man, I'm gonna be real, it hurts me to say it, but this show is mid as fuck. The first 3 to 5 episodes are pretty solid, but then shit just gets out of control. The plot doesn't make any sense, characters are dumb as fuck, and the tone doesn't know if it wants to be a serious berserk type dark fantasy or a classic ecchi comedy. Some of the jokes and tone shifts are so badly paced I thought I was watching a fucking Marvel movie. Nah, it's not that bad. The tone is playing double dutch between serious magic action or a hee boopy, and with no rhythm between the switching. It becomes jarring as hell sometimes. I felt like that was where this story showed its age the most. And get used to hearing the name Dark Schneider a million times per episode. Holy fuck! At the same time though, I also understand it's not fair to judge this show in such a way, because at the time of its original release in the 90s, there really was nothing like this. It was so unique that even 𝑯𝑬𝑵𝑚𝑨𝑰, the creator of Berserk, rest in peace to a goat, this man cited Bastard as one of his inspirations, and many other artists have also said that Bastard was a huge influence to them, such as the creator of the Guilty Gear games. It's just an unfortunate situation where me and a lot of people are watching the originator now after watching years of copycats. I do love a lot of aspects of this anime though, don't get me wrong. I love how it's so obviously a 90s show with the over-the-top designs and cheesy dialogue. The character designs are all sick as fuck and all the women are baddies. You know what I'm saying? They got the cool ass 90s hair and unpractical outfits. I can completely understand how people would like this back in the day, especially before seeing anything like it. But unfortunately, I just don't think it ages as well as people thought it would. It's got that 90s edginess, and I know I would have called this show a masterpiece if I was 13, but as a grown-ass 22-year-old man, this shit is not hitting like that, twin. The animation is gorgeous though. I don't know how to describe the look that Netflix anime has, but it's like it's got a crispy filter on it, you know what I mean? Like it should just look like I don't know animation shit, you know you feel me, you know what I'm talking about? Shit look clean though. Hell yeah. I don't think there's one bad frame in this show. Like, it legit always looks good. But because of this, there's really no Sakuga moment. It's just an overall nice and consistent viewing. And although the fights aren't going super crazy on some Demon Slayer shit, you know what I'm saying, it looks solid enough. Good old 90s battle pacing, but hey, it's good enough. But the fights are only extra icing on top of the delicious cake we all really came here for. And we all know what we came here for. Let me tell you something, brother. This is ecchi done right in almost every way. Fire ass animation used on cheeks is something that will always bring a smile to my face. Every ecchi scene in this show is scrumdiddlyumptious, and although Dark Schneider's methods are not the best and most times illegal, it looks good though. Like I said earlier, all the women have S+ tier character designs, and we got hella variety too. Redhead, blonde, dark skin, you name it, gang. We repping Team Nay on this side though, but we'll get to that later. The show is literally just a hentai with debuffs. Like, there's a scene where he gets poisoned and the princess then has to suck the poison out. Classic. But when she starts getting the poison out, she turns into a bopper. Like, how and why is your head moving up and down in such a fashion if you're sucking from his ribs? Bro even hit her with the classic head push. Like, what is that even doing? The biggest problem I do have with the ecchi in terms of actual plot though is a lot of it makes no damn sense. Like, for example, Sheen Aerie is one of the Dark Rebel Army generals sent to kill Dark Schneider, and her plan is to set him up while trying to get him to clap her cheeks. But the plan backfires and bro is like, shit, I mean, we're already here. And out of nowhere, just because he called her beautiful, she's in love with him? Enough so to even become a traitor? Damn! That's some 90s ass woman character writing in full display. But guess what? It happened twice! Another Dark Rebel Army general named Kai Harm was also sent to kill Dark Schneider. But during their battle, she ends up getting poisoned. And yup, bitch, you guessed it. It's up to our protagonist to suck the poison out from her. And suck he did. And now she's down for the squad too? That's bonkers, bro. That's that real unspoken riz, bro. Y'all know nothing about that. And look, I'm not expecting Attack on Titan level writing from an ecchi show, but at least make some fucking sense. That's why I said this should have just been a hentai, bro. Because this level of stupid ass plot is only acceptable if I get to see some full commitment, you dig? But at the same time though, I do still understand that's not fair, because a lot of the hentai and stuff that I'm thinking of were probably inspired by this to some extent. But look, let me tell you something on the side though real quick, bro. Look, if you made it this far in the video, I know what type of fella you are. You just like me. If you frequent certain sites that, you know, have materials, you feel me? If you type in the author's name on specific sites, you might find something. That's all I'm gonna say. And it's official, supposedly. You didn't hear it from me. I'm just throwing it out there. Okie dokie. Let's cut the bullshit and get into the real content of this video. Well, y'all know we finished this show for one reason and one reason only: the women. Fuck Dark Schneider. All my homies hate Dark Schneider. Freaky ass dude. Nigga literally raised Nay for 100 years as her father and then decided it's time to get acting. Whoa. 100 years of going from father to clapping. Nah, bro. Fuck Dark Schneider. I'm here for Nay. So I thought the best way to end this video would be to start a debate that ecchi herons have been starting since the dawn of man. Waifu tier list. We may lose friends and family due to our choices, but god damn it, they're my choices, aren't they? Anywho, let's get into it. So let's just get this out the way right now. Arceus Nay, easy S tier. Dark skin elf mommy, yes please. She's strong as fuck and would just put me in a headlock. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Look, y'all see my video. You know, I don't need to say anymore. Her design is fire, and elf ears, they just do something for me, bro. I don't know what it is. Next we have Yoko. I've seen a lot of people don't like her since she's complaining most of the time we see her, but I didn't think it was that bad. She's just a childhood friend who's looking out for her homie, who once again is the same age. These two are the same age. That said, I'm a slider a B tier. Sheen Aerie. That's a C tier. I'm sorry. Something about her, I'm just not vibing with it. And she switched sides easy as fuck. Dark Schneider said she was bad once and now she's on his roster. You gotta do better than that, ma'am. I know you can do better than that, ma'am. Next we got Kai Harm. Easy A tier, boss. I know it's easy to say this when most of the time it's a nude lady, but I like her design a lot too. Her armor and more revealing outfits are dope, and her hair is so 90s, bro. I know I keep saying that, but I just love 90s manga and anime style. Last but not least, we got Princess Sheila. Gotta go A tier just for the drip alone, my boy. And I look back at the 90s version of the show just for reference. Great Scott. The 90s version of Sheila finna make me act up. Good lord. Wow. So that's how I ended the video, huh? Whole ass tier list of titty. Damn. At the end of the day, this is one of the series for me where I understand it's not that good, but I can enjoy it enough. The animation is clean, the 90s aesthetic makes me feel like I'm 47, and the titty got me feeling mad amorous. So I'll definitely be watching season 2 whenever it comes out. And who knows, maybe they'll fix some of the issues I spoke about in the next court. Nah, they're not. Yeah, so if you made it this far, thank you so much. The love on the past few vids has been unreal, so thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, for real. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'm gonna be back with the next one very soon. Until then, have a blessed day, and deuces.